Live in Russia and I want to ask the whole world for help. This is where the nonsense is going on. They have reached the point where they call themselves serfs. Turn on the music at full volume. They get high from life. Under the news about SVO and the maniacs who operate there, so that they can come from there and start killing everyone here. And someone to continue. The prisoners were sent to their own place. This is not a war, and then released to the people. The president is saying something about the danger of the West and how we are not understood all over the world, how we are not given a free life. The result of these developments was this SVO. Mobilization has been announced. Many artists have reposted calls to go there. Posters depicting people in uniform were hung up. There are no advertisements anywhere, there are posters with their own. Many famous people have been declared foreign agents. Many people have left the country. The people got impudent, they got stupid. Then everyone began to be perceived by fascists. Russian flags began to be hung all around, to hold celebrations in honor of the victory in Ukraine on the Red Square. Some of the president's supporters, such as Larissa Dolina, Gazmanov Marshall, began to insult everyone around, not understanding the situation as if young people don't have anything. A shaman singer appeared, who has become the most frequently discussed artist on this wave. He sang the song, Russian, toured all over the country and walks in the flag of Russia. Pugacheva left the country immediately, but it was all discussed somehow not immediately. In the end, everyone decided that he was a terrible person. Although we learned about it only through the internet, in real life, many people, on the contrary, respected her and began to listen. It was discussed. Then we were all told that some kind of column of tanks was coming to Moscow and that there were enough of them to change the government in Starna. Nothing happened. All the Ors began to repeat the name of the one who arranged it all. We had fun. Then he was killed or he died and everyone calmed down. The people began to behave towards each other in disregard, due to humiliation. There came a moment when everyone realized that there was a war going on and to this day they walk around with gloomy faces. Someone began to actively advocate for victory. At the same time, these winners call everyone around them fascists. Theoretically, it is believed that they are going to defeat the fascists. Although the only fascists who attacked Russia were the Germans back in 1941. But they decided to repeat it, because they found some fascists in Ukraine, about whom I know nothing, but who are well known to people who watch programs on TV. I haven't watched TV on principle since one channel was shut down, then I realized that freedom of speech had come to an end. In principle, the TV was turned off so as not to be zombified. I didn't even know the name of the president-elect. I haven't heard from his family or anything during his entire term and I wasn't interested in who he was. I live in Moscow and there is a lot of TV here. Once, when he was a former resident, I accidentally saw him in a shop window, heard his last name. But I'm still just as uninterested in him as before. What should I say? There is not a president here, but Putin, this is a man who is not a president for me, since I worked in the elections when he was elected for the first time and I know that he was taken by only 2%, apparently these are those who follow the news. The elections were rigged. But people live in isolation from reality. They believe that reality exists. They are all against Putin themselves. But before them there is some kind of reality in which they do not participate. Although everyone is criticizing, but still, you treat zombies like unfree people. I'm for any kind of madness. I've never stopped that, but I have never allowed myself to be made an unfree person as a result of this communication. At first I pretend that nothing is happening and then I leave. How do I get out of here?